we're not accepting breadcrumbs. We're not accepting anybody breadcrumbing us. We're not accepting anything that is the bare minimum. And I felt like I was getting below the bare minimum. He may not have been trying to be malicious or playing mind games with me. He may not have been trying to hurt me or anything. But it felt he was not making me feel good, and so he wasn't making me feel happy. He wasn't making me feel excited. He wasn't making me feel butterflies. Like, I'm like, this week number 1 and you're turning me off. And you may not even be doing it on purpose. And that was the worst part. I'm like, I feel like he's not even doing this on purpose because he don't even care to be doing it on purpose. And that's even worse. When they just like, I don't care how you look at what I'm doing. I'm not going to change it. You're not about to come in my life, ordering me around or getting me to change this and that about my life. Like, I was fine before you came along. Don't come over here bothering me or whatever. You're going to add stress in my life, you can go on. But that's what I was getting from him. And I'm like, I'm not stressing you. See, guys, like, don't accuse the man. But what I'm saying, I'm like, I'm not doing anything to stress you. It's simple to pick up the phone and call somebody. You just don't want to. And I'm not going to accept that. And that's fine. So, number 3, do not repeat yourself. I told him, I gave it 1 day where I told him, I sent like maybe 3 different audios where I was just, explaining why I like to talk on the phone, whatever. That was me repeating myself, but I'm saying I only said it that 1 day, and then I wasn't going to say it again, because through audio messages that were that long, you understand exactly what I'm saying, and then you confirmed it by sending me 2 audio messages, letting me know that you understood exactly what I was saying. So do not repeat yourself. People can hear and people can comprehend. When they confirm to you that they heard you and comprehended what you said, and they still don't make no changes, then that's what the truth is. That's what's going on. Like, they don't intend to make any changes, whether they're trying to hurt you or not. The point is, you said it, they heard you, they comprehended what you said, that it registered to them, they regurgitated it back to you, and they still didn't make no changes. This just lets you know what's going on. We're not tolerating that. And so the next one is, don't ask him to do anything that he is purposely not doing. And I'm saying that just because you understand that you're not calling. You understand that you're dancing around giving me a date of when we're going on a date. And I'm not about to ask you, because you're the one who suggested this. I am looking forward to it. But you have common sense, and you're a grown man. You're older than me. I'm 30 and he's older than me. I'm like, you know exactly how to take women on dates, and you know exactly how to interact with a woman. You know how to talk to a woman. You know how to pursue a woman. I know this for a fact. You've been in relationships long term. So I know that you know how to do this. And so that's why I was getting so offended. And it was, anyway, number 5, this is what I got to say to the people, the women out there, but whoever needs to hear it. Recognize your value and respect yourself enough to walk away. I always did that anyway, but I'm just letting y'all know. Recognize your value and respect yourself enough to walk away. Whether the person is trying to be malicious or toxic or not, keep your standards high and keep your standards your standards. Don't lower them. Don't compromise on them. Your non-negotiables are your non-negotiables. Your deal breakers are your deal breakers. Keep them the way that they are. Especially if the other person is showing you that they are not willing to compromise. Because that's what I was getting. I was like, this is my routine. This is what's going on. I heard you, but I'm going to show you through me not making any changes, that I'm just going to keep operating in my routine that I had going on before you even came into my life. You're not coming over here changing anything. That's the vibe I was getting from him. And I was like, well, that's not fair, because I didn't do anything wrong. And I did ask you, are you in a headspace to talk to anybody? So I don't deserve to get treated like that, because he doesn't understand. I don't treat my people like that. I don't treat people like that I'm talking to. Like, you feel very much like I'm attracted to you, and you can feel that I'm excited to talk to you and all of that, but we didn't get that far for him to see that. And then I'm like, it's not going to turn into a case where it feels like I'm begging you to talk to me, or I'm like begging you to show me that you desire me, or you are actually interested in me. I'm like, I don't like the way that this is feeling. And when you start feeling like that, you know, when you start feeling like that, it doesn't matter if it's day number 2. Exit stage left. If somebody is making you feel like that, um, exit gracefully. That's what I did. Okay. Number 6, this is the last one that I have on here. It says, do not stay involved too long after you can clearly see that the interaction is not going anywhere. So do not stay involved too long after you can clearly see that the interaction is not going anywhere. When I peeped that the interaction wasn't going anywhere, I said something to him first, saw how he responded. I did not like how he responded, because he didn't give me a real response, because he didn't make any changes. I felt like he was letting me know that through his non-action. I was like, you're not attentive enough. You're not okay. And I said, oh, okay. So let me go back over it. Number 6, do not stay involved too long after you can clearly see that the interaction is not going anywhere. This teaches the man that you will literally accept below the bare minimum, and he will continue to breadcrumb you for no reason. And then it says he will do it simply because you're still there, allowing him to do it. So even if the man is not trying to be, or the person, because men might watch this too, even if the person is not trying to be malicious, they're not necessarily like going out of their way to like premeditate this master plan to make you feel offended, make you like play mind games with you. Even if they're not doing that, subconsciously, if you just stay there and they're already showing you that they're not gonna put that much energy into you, he was not putting any effort into me. Like regular small stuff, like phone calls, like you can't even do that. It's because you don't want to. So what I'm saying is, if we still would have been talking right now, and he still just only kept texting me, that's what he would have just still kept doing, because I'm still here. I didn't, and I've already said I don't like that. He let me know that he understood what I was saying, and then he didn't make any changes. If I would have just kept on talking to him after he is not making any changes, then that's what he would have kept doing, because I'm teaching him that I accept that. I'm teaching him that there's a certain preference or standard that I have. I brought the problem to you. You let me know that you heard me. You didn't make any changes, and then I still stayed. No. We're not teaching men that we accept that, because they will literally keep on doing that, giving you the bare minimum. They're like, oh, so she'll say it, but she's kind of bluffing. She acted like she was saying this because she's not going to tolerate it, but she stayed anyway. No. Once you say whatever it is that you need to say, and they don't make any changes, go exit stage left, exit the premises. And you ain't got to do it in a negative way. Do it in a very graceful way. Now, after he let me know that he understood what I was saying, and he was trying to be cute and funny about it, talking about, oh, if you want to hear my voice, Miss 7, then you should have said that. And the second one was, oh, so it sounds like you want me to call you because you want to talk to me on the phone. Okay, yeah, that was cute. So, like I said, that same night, he did not call. The second night, he did not call. The next day after that, though, I sent him a message, and because I was done, I said, and this is when God was like, watch your wording, watch your attitude, be graceful, be peaceful about it. I was done, and I sent him a text, since that's what we're doing. That's all we want to do. That's all you want to do. I sent him a text, and I said, dang, my phone's right there. I said, let me remember. What did I say? I did not want this video to be this long. I sent him a text and I said, help me, Holy Spirit. I forgot the first sentence, but I said, oh, I remember. This is how I kept, this is not even how I normally talk. I had to force myself to keep it cute, literally. Keep it sweet, keep it polite or whatever. And if you don't want to be sweet and polite or nice, you can still keep it corporate, where you're not being mean and you're not being whatever. He texted me. Now it's getting to the evening time, and I'm like, we're not doing this again. I just said I don't like the text. Like, what are you doing now? I feel like you're trying to train me to do what you want to do things that I don't like. All of that. If you can just use your words and say I don't like to talk on the phone, or I don't have any intentions of talking on the phone, and then we can do that. But you continuing to do what I just said I don't like, and then watching me text you back like you think something is a game. I said, see? And God is like, you don't know if that's what he was doing. Always keep in mind that you don't know if that's what the person is doing. If you don't have any facts behind it, then don't do that. We're texting and it's getting to the night hours. It's getting like evening time. And I said, is he still texting me? I said, okay, sir. Like, dead in the middle of the conversation. I said, okay, sir, my texting meter has run out. Period. I said, my texting meter has run out. Um, I don't really like to text. And now I'm just making myself do it, to be honest. I said, but it has been nice getting to know you a little bit these past few days. Um, I said, it's been nice getting to know you these past few days. Let me know if you still want to hang out. If you still want to. I put that in parentheses. I said, let me know if you still want to hang out if you want to. And then I put a smiley face at the end. That last sentence was because he never like, all he did was, he just said, let's go on a date to see where things go. He never asked me when I was free. He never told me when he would be free to go on a date. He never said what we're doing. He did say movie dinner. He didn't say what type of restaurants do you like. And it's going over a week now, and I'm like, you could at least say but you're not doing it because you don't want to. And I'm not accepting that, because I just don't deserve that. Like, I just don't deserve it. There's other people that will come in my life and they'll immediately get the plan done. They'll get it planned, and then they'll be like, if you know, you know. Like, I feel like he knew exactly what he was doing. And so right after I sent this message, I said, okay, sir, my texting meter has run out. I don't really like to text. And now I feel like, I said, now I'm making myself do it, to be honest. It's been nice getting to know you a little bit these past few days. Let me know if you want to hang out, if you still want to hang out. Smiley face. He immediately FaceTimed me after that. And I was like, well, if you did that just now, see, this is when I started really getting irritated. I said, if you're FaceTiming me because I just sent that message basically letting you know that I'm losing interest or whatever, or like I have no plans on talking to you anymore, but you could, whatever. At this point, I didn't care. I was like, you can let me, I don't think that we're gonna go on a date, but if you want to hang out, I said hang out. I didn't say if you want to go on a date, because like I said, he's a cool person. He would make a better friend to me than a romantic partner. That's why I'm like, I don't want things to be hostile from my end, and I'm acting like I don't ever want to talk to him again or whatever, because it just wasn't that deep. But he immediately FaceTimed me after that. And I was like, that means you can do this every night. You're just choosing not to. And so we talked not that long. We talked for like 20 minutes. And again, I'm like, to some people that might be a long time. But again, I was like, so if he does talk on the phone, the average amount of time that we did talk on the phone from that first night that we exchanged numbers, and then today, it both was like an average of 20 minutes, approximately 20 minutes. I was like, what is that? If somebody feel like I'm childish and I'm asking for too much, we're not compatible. And that's fine that you think that way. We're not compatible, because people from you can call me spoiled, from people that I've interacted with in the past or whatever. I'm just, and these are people that I wasn't compatible with either, but their communication was better than this person. And I'm like, no, we would get, after our day is done with our other obligations or whatever, we would talk on the phone. Like, that's just normal for grown people. Like, I don't, even boys in high school, even boys in middle school, they talk to their little girlfriend or whatever, after they done with basketball practice and whatever they doing, or the girl, whatever she got going on, they talk on the phone. Like, what's the problem? You're not doing it because you don't want to. And I was like, okay, he's squeezing me in, and then he's giving me 20 minutes. So we're gonna text and talk about nothing, whatever, during work hours. And then when the work day is done or whatever, and it's winding down to the evening time, I get 20 minutes. No. And if that's literally all he had to give me, because we're not accusing people, if that's all he had to give me, that doesn't work for me. I'm not saying he was doing anything wrong or whatever. That's not going to work for me. And this is why you need to like really look at stuff as it's happening when you're first getting to know somebody. That's not going to work for me. And I was looking at the patterns of the whole thing, and it didn't take me long. Day number 10, I was done with it. It don't take long. Like, don't stretch this. Don't allow stuff like this for a month, 2 months, 3 months, or whatever. It's not going to change. You know that you started feeling like this person was acting like they don't care whether they talk to you or not on day number 4. Your intuition isn't lying to you. You might want to, I'll check to see if I'm tripping, and I'll stretch it out to like a few more days. Baby, day number 10, I knew what I knew. I said, I don't have time for this. I don't deserve this. Whether he's being malicious or not, I don't have time for this. And I don't have time for a man to squeeze me in and give me 20 minutes. You can't talk on the phone throughout the day because people are working. And then when you're off, you can give me 20 minutes on the phone that I had to bring to your attention, or I had to basically tell you that I'm done with the situation. You can let me know whenever you decide that you want to hang out. Then you called. I wasn't even getting the 20 minutes before that. I said, So I'm thinking, okay, he called, whatever. And so I'm thinking he's understanding what's going on now. The next day, he texts me again. Text, did not call. The next day after that, he didn't call. The next day, then it got to a point where I didn't hear from him. I'm texting him the night before, which I understand. I understand this part between me and him. I'm texting him the night before or whatever, and I'm the last person to say anything, whatever. The next day, he doesn't say anything until 8:41 at night. What? This is when you really have to like be healthy to your brain and not start accusing people of things and saying, oh, he probably da. I don't do all of that because I don't even care. All I know is I don't like that, and I'm not going to tolerate it, and you can go on about your business. But God is like, don't get an attitude about it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole takeaway from this. So when he did FaceTime me and we only talked for 20 minutes, he had to get off the phone because someone important to him called. Okay, boom. That's valid. Somebody important to him called. And then I'm like, oh, so you do talk on the phone. It's not, because he didn't say he don't talk on the phone. But this is when I'm like, it's important to like not make things up that you don't know, because some people might give a person excuses and say maybe he probably just doesn't like to talk on the phone. That's not true. And the first night that he called, when we first got each other's numbers, he got off the phone with me because somebody important to him called. He got off the phone because somebody important to him called. Catch what I'm saying. Someone important to him called. And he got off the phone and made sure that he picked up the phone and talked to them because they're important to him. I was not getting that. And I'm nothing compared to this person that called him. But what I'm saying is, I don't deserve that, is what I'm saying. And he did show me when somebody is important and when he has intentionality in a person, he will stop exactly what he's doing, anything he's doing, and he will get on the phone with somebody that's important to him. So he would squeeze me in. That's how I felt. He would squeeze me in 20 minutes, and then that's fine. Somebody calls that's important to him. Get out the phone, talk to them. He didn't call back. He didn't nothing. And then the next day he didn't call. So I was like, I don't have time for this. I sent him another message 2 days after the FaceTime me. 2 days after that, I was like, I feel like he's doing this on purpose. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or not, but I'm feeling like that. I don't like the way it feels. And so I sent a permanent farewell message so he could understand I cannot deal with this. So I said, he texted me again like he don't understand that I already told you, and you understand that I don't like to text. I understand that you're no longer at work. But I was so done with the situation that I just didn't even care. Because I was trying to wait until it was the end of the day, so I didn't send like a negative message in the middle of somebody's work day or whatever. I don't think he would have cared anyway, but I wasn't trying to put a damper on nobody's mood or make them feel irritated like this girl doing too much or whatever. I didn't want him to feel nothing, none of them emotions while he's trying to work or whatever. So at the end of the day, when it's going toward the evening hours, he texted me. I already knew where it was going. I knew he was just going to keep texting me until he went to sleep, talking about nothing. Like, we would literally talk about nothing. Like, it would be like funny conversation, but we're not really we're not really like getting to know each other or whatever. That's what it was. I don't like empty interactions that I can't tell where it's going. It's not going anywhere. And I don't like conversations that lack substance. I like to have very deep conversations actually, and I talk a lot. So he taught me like I can't be with somebody that just, I don't know. Anyway, when I saw what was going on, really, I already knew what was going on. I said, I'm not about to tolerate this. And I just sent a second message basically saying the same thing as the first message. And I said, we was laughing. We was talking about something through text messages, something that does not matter. And I said, what are we doing? We're not talking about nothing. I don't have time for this, whatever. I'm like, you cool? Because we sitting up here laughing. Like, we got this, not the same sense of humor, but we have compatible senses of humor, but not enough for me. So I waited for the conversation to die all the way down to the point where he couldn't respond to what I said because I said something that you can't really respond to. Unless he really wanted to talk to me, he would have just made something up to keep the conversation going, which I knew he wasn't going to do that because I feel like he didn't care whether he talked to me or not. So I said, but okay, I'm not texting you anymore after this. And what I said, but okay, I'm not texting you anymore after this. I said, as I said before, it was nice getting to know you over these past few days. Be safe and have a great rest of your weekend. And I put a red heart at the end. And that was the most peaceful way that I could have said that. I kept my poise, I kept my grace, and I kept my peace. And I was peaceful with the way that I said things, and I was kind with the way that I said things. It was no need in letting that man know that I had the attitude. It was no need in letting that man know that I was disappointed in him. It was no need in letting that man know that I was disappointed in the situation. I feel like he knew exactly what he was doing. I don't know why he was doing it, and it doesn't matter. But I feel like he understood what I didn't like, and I feel like he understood exactly what he was doing. We're grown. I'm 30 and you're 32. So my thing is, ladies, whoever comes across this, but I'm talking to my ladies. Recognize when a guy is not actually interested. Read the room and read through his actions. Number two, keep your standards high. Keep your preferences your preferences. If you don't like something, you don't have to like it. And if that person is not matching what you like, then y'all are not compatible and exit stage left. No harm, no foul, especially if you just met them or whatever. Y'all run back into each other and try to see where things go. If it's not working, it's not working. Don't force it and don't get mad at that man. Keep it moving. 3, do not repeat yourself. They heard you the first time. Men are not slow, even if they act like they are. And I'm not saying he was acting slow. I'm just saying some men do like to act like they're slow. Don't repeat yourself. They heard you the first time. 4, do not ask him to do anything that he is purposely not doing. He heard you and he didn't make no changes, and he's doing it on purpose to show you that I heard you, but I'm not going to make any drastic changes for you. That's what I got from it. Okay. You don't need to bring that, you don't need to ask him to do something that he already understands he's not doing. You don't have to ask a man for anything. You can tell him certain things or whatever, if it's reasonable for you to tell him or whatever, because he can't read your mind with certain things. But then there are certain things where they know exactly what they're doing, and if they're not doing it, it's because they're trying to show you that they're not going to do it. They're not slow, and you don't need to be either. He's doing exactly what you think he's doing. And most times, he's doing exactly what you think he's doing. And if you don't like it, and if it doesn't match your standards, it doesn't meet your standards, exit stage left. Number 5, recognize your value and respect yourself enough to walk away. It ain't no need for you to be out here desperate. It ain't no need for you to be out here repeating yourself. It ain't no need for you to be out here accepting breadcrumbs. Low energy, bare minimum energy, below bare minimum. Why? We're not desperate. We're not. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why do I need to accept that from anybody? Okay, number 6, do not stay involved too long after you can clearly see that the interaction is not going anywhere. Why are you still there? He's not giving. It's exactly what it looks like, and it's gonna stay like that. Even if you with him for 10 years, he's showing you what it's gonna look like. And you know why it's gonna stay like that for 10 years if you choose to stay? Because you chose to stay. He like, oh, I showed her what I had to offer and she accepted it, and I don't have to do anything more because she's staying. If you leave him, he gonna understand. Oh, she was serious. Like, she did tell me this, and I did let her know that I registered what she said, and I didn't make no changes, and now she's gone. If they care, they'll come back and get you, and then you decide whether you want to be with him or not, because you can tell whether a man is sincere or not. Or if you want to give a second chance, then you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. He either gonna come back and get you because he sees that you're not playing with him, or if it's exactly what you thought it was and he just was trying to pass the time with you because he was bored, or it didn't matter one way or the other to him whether he talked to you or not, he's not going to come back and get you. He's going to let you cut him off, and he's not going to care. So it's good to just go ahead and go on about your business, especially if he don't care one way or the other. Why would you stay with a person that doesn't care one way or the other whether they talk to you or not? We're not desperate. So we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay? No. No human being need to be out here acting like they desperate. Like somebody breadcrumbing them and they're like, can you please call me? It would be nice if you called. If somebody would just call me. All this texting that we do. Girl, he heard you the first time. Baby, no. We're not doing that. If somebody would let me know when we're going on our dates. He said something about that date. He knows how to plan a date, and he knows how to coordinate schedules. He know how to tell you what time the date is, what to wear, where you're going, what movie you going to. He know how to order them tickets online. He knows how to make reservations at that restaurant and tell you. He knows exactly what to do. You don't need to. Do not stay involved too long after you can clearly see that the interaction is not going anywhere. This teaches a man that you will accept below the bare minimum, and he will continue to breadcrumb you for no reason. The reason is you're still there. He's like, oh, you still here? Okay, let me give you some more of these breadcrumbs. And I put, and he will do it simply because you're still there, allowing him to do it. Case closed. Case in point closed. The verdict is respect yourself, keep your standards high, and know your worth and value. Men too. Every human being. We're all a part of God's body. We're all children of God, and everybody deserves to be treated with respect. And you need to treat yourself with respect and know your worth and value. Just like that man knows his worth and value, and he knows that he's not going to compromise for you, and he's not going to change his routine and change whatever, and he's going to put what's important to him at the top of his list. If you are not up there and you're not getting up there because he's not moving you up there, then you just don't belong in his mind. You don't belong. That doesn't mean that you're not actually important. So don't let how a man is treating you or his lack of action or intentionality towards you make you feel like there's something wrong with you. We don't know why that man doing what he doing. He could be in a bad headspace or not, whatever. Or God could be blocking y'all from being together because that's not your husband. You just don't know. And it doesn't matter. Go on about your business because you respect yourself and you know your worth and you know your value. And it's just as simple as that. And you don't have to get an attitude with that man to let him know that. Just go like I did. Just go. And I didn't ghost him and I didn't block him because we did talk about ghosting and we both said that that's childish and unnecessary. And so what did I look like ghosting him? God had us say that to each other intentionally because he knew that I was going to get turned off. And he's like, you said that ghosting is childish. And so I forgot, I skipped the part. My last message to him, I said, I'm not texting you anymore. After this, I'm not texting you anymore after this. I just wanted to let you know so you didn't think that I just went ghost. I said, but as I said before, it's been nice getting to know you. Be safe and have a great weekend. Put a red heart. Boom. Leave it like that. No harm, no foul. If we ever run into each other again, it's all love. I'm going to give him a hug. We might stand there and chop it up, and then we can go on about our business. It's no hostility. It's no animosity coming from me. And he looking like, what's wrong with you? It's not that deep, blah, blah, blah. Or awkwardness or whatever. And you the one looking crazy because that man didn't care one way or the other. It could be the case. So I could be wrong. But what I'm saying is I wasn't going to tolerate what I was receiving from him, whether he meant harm or not. It just wasn't good enough for me. And so, but he was a nice person. He was a good person. He was handsome, like I said. So I was highly disappointed because I did want to get to know him. And eventually I do feel like we would have started dating if he would have showed interest back. Like, so, yeah. And I know how he has treated his girlfriends in the past. That was another. I said, baby, I know your track record. I know how you have treated your girlfriends in the past. So what is this? Unless my eyes was deceiving me and I was just assuming that you treated them a certain way. That's why I even gave him the time of day. I was like, as far as like flirting with him and like giving things a chance to see if they could like grow into something romantic. I was like, I remember he seemed like he was very sweet to his girlfriends, and he was like a romantic person, like a lover boy or whatever. I'm like that, and so I need a man like that or whatever. I don't like no lethargic, dry energy and you acting like somebody showing you love is too much or whatever. But he was giving me very dry, lethargic, lazy, effortless energy. That's what I was getting from him. I was very shocked. I was like, I'm highly disappointed in you. I was. But God was like, it's okay. No harm, no foul. Don't get attitude. And come to find out, we have a mutual friend. I'm very close to this friend. And they ran into each other. And so God is like, see, this is why I told you to keep your attitude in check or whatever, because you might run into this person more often or whatever. So now, and then if he starts hanging out with my friend, or come to a birthday dinner or something like that, it's no animosity in the air. It's no awkwardness or anything, or people feeling uncomfortable, or we avoiding eye contact, we avoiding talking to each other or whatever, all because I was giving attitude and whatever, and just making things unnecessary. So yeah, that concludes this video. Whoever this is for, I hope that you come across this video. I do not want this to be over an hour, but it is what it is. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know that I talk a lot. I hope that I didn't sound like I was all over the place. I hope that y'all liked this content and what I was talking about in this video. I hope that it was entertaining to y'all, but give me some feedback in the comments. I'm not used to this, so I don't even really know what to say in an outro, and I literally will start rambling. What the YouTubers be saying? Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I don't know. Do all of that. And give me feedback in the comments. Like, what do I need to change? Did y'all not like anything? What did you like? Whatever. If there's anything about me that you want to know more about, just let me know, because like I said, I be needing help on like what type of videos I need to put out. I just wait for God to give me something. Like, that was real material that happened in my real life, like recently, and I said, you know what, that didn't happen for no reason. I did learn how to keep my peace and everything, like God said, but I said this could help other people, and that's when God put it in my spirit, YouTube. And I said, oh, I'm gonna turn the whole thing into a YouTube video. Look, an hour and 17 minutes worth of content from him. Thank you, sir. With your little cute self. He's still cute. But let me not call him little. That's just an expression. But yeah, and another thing. Don't accuse people and jump to conclusions. I think the man thought that I wasn't really attracted to him. I think that, and that has happened to me before. And the person that it happened to before got the same name as him. I'm like, what is it with y'all? I really think that he didn't really think that I was taking it seriously, but that was his own issue. Cause it seemed like he didn't believe. Like, I did I admitted to him that I also found him to be very attractive or whatever, and I'm shy when people compliment me, and then I get shy if I compliment a man. I can compliment women all day long, but like letting a man know that I think he's handsome or cute or whatever, I do get shy. And I was like, when I was texting him that, and I was like, now what? I don't think he believed me. I don't. I think he may have been looking at me like, she don't care whether she talked to me or not. If she don't, she probably, if we stop talking, she probably not gonna care, blah, 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 blah. No, he don't. I don't date. I do not date. I don't really pay people no attention or whatever. I'm not saying I'm so hard to get next to and I'm untouchable and inaccessible and all of this. I'm not saying it like that. What I'm saying is, I do be in my own world, minding my own business. And I really was looking forward to getting to know him, and he just was not really treating me with any regard. And so he don't know I'm really sensitive. I'm very romantic. I am a lover girl, and he doesn't understand that he was hurting my feelings. And so it's either he didn't care, or he might have looked at me like, I don't think she cares. Like, so I'm not about to break my neck to put energy. I'm not about to do all this extra stuff or whatever. Like, whatever. When we go on a date, we'll see. But before, like, leading up to the date, you still got to show interest and stuff, buddy. Like, because then I lost interest before we could even get to the date. I was like, I don't think you really care about going on a date with me. And if I'm wrong, then that's his fault. Because I feel like we needed to be showing mutual interest, not, I don't know. I don't know. This is why it's important to not talk to people like you have an attitude and stuff, because maybe we can have a conversation in the future. Excuse me. Or maybe God is like, no, no, close the book. That's it. God is like, cut. It's a wrap. Cut. That's it. It's not, nothing's gonna happen in the future. Just leave it alone. I'm like, okay, well, okay. That was disappointing, but okay. But okay, that concludes this video. Like I said, if y'all would like, tell me what type of videos y'all want to see from me. Like, I am gonna do a clothing haul. I don't want my channel to be like sporadic and random. Like, I want it to make sense, because I need to, what they be saying, you need to niche it down to a certain audience. So let me know what y'all, I like cute hairstyles, I like clothes, I like girly stuff. Just let me know. I love Jesus Christ. Yes. um I like to talk about dating. I like to talk about the opposite sex. I like to talk about friendships among women. Um, I like to talk about human behavior and psychology. Any of that type of stuff I like to talk about. So just let me know. Just let me know what y'all want to hear. My next video, I think I'm going to do a clothing haul, because I went on an impromptu shopping spree. I didn't even mean to. I just got a whole bunch of winter clothes from a store that I went into to find some bedroom slippers, and I messed around and went to that junior section because I'm really small still. So I'm about to do a clothing haul. Let me know if y'all think that's a good idea. But okay. Anything else? No. All right. Thank y'all for watching.